in sync, and we're here with renowned cosplayer Yaya Han. Welcome, Yaya.
Hi guys, thanks for having me.
Oh, I love having you. You come on our stream a lot.
Yes.
Your costume is amazing. Just first off, who are you wearing?
I'm wearing, who am I wearing? What do you think? I'm of course representing Marvel today, and I'm wearing the new Scarlet Witch from the standalone series.
Yes.
So super excited.
It's gorgeous. I wish you guys could see more of the costume, but can you just talk a little bit about your headpiece? It looks completely handmade, I'm sure it is.
Oh yes, of course.
As is most of your stuff. If you guys don't know, Yaya's an incredible seamstress. You make your own patterns. You actually make patterns for McCall's now, right?
Yes. I now have a line of patterns. I think we've come out with 13 patterns under my name that I've helped design for McCall's, and so, but yeah, like it's all about craftsmanship. That's always been my foundation and basis. And even after all these years, I learned something new with each costume. So this headpiece was also a learning experience. You know, entirely made out of wire and mesh. And then, of course, lots and lots of crystals. So definitely kind of a media project. And I also used some epoxy sculpt just to give it more dimension. I was like, is it going to work? I'm not sure. But thankfully it did. So that's what I really love about cosplay, is the learning.
It's always a new thing, right?
Yes.
And speaking of which, you are on a new Marvel.com series called Becoming.
Yes.
And you're sporting this costume, right?
Absolutely, yes. The Marvel Becoming series is super fun, and I love that so many different cosplayers have been featured in their handmade creations. And it's just it's a fun way to show that there is a lot of work behind the scenes before the finished costume is presented. You know, like I really want people to relate to the fact that anybody can get into cosplay and you know, not be intimidated because they see the finished product, but they can see, you know, they can relate to how it was done.
And speaking of which, when you made this costume, about how many hours do you think went into it?
For this one, I did a lot of embroidery work, and so with the headpiece, I would say probably about 30 hours.
Wow.
And yeah, that's actually pretty quick for me, but it's my job now. I better be quick, you know. So.
And also, if people want to see the full costume, you are also going to be featured on our cosplay variant covers, correct?
Yes. I really love that you guys have been doing the variant covers for 2 years now. And
largely by Judy Stevens,
That's
who you guys
right.
can't see off camera.
Judy single-handedly she just took charge, and you're just so grateful for the opportunity. I mean, last year's cover shoot was really fun, and I got to be on the Inhumans cover as Medusa. So it's really an honor to be able to represent another character from Marvel that I love. And you know, I'm on the number 10 variant cover for Scarlet Witch. And I've seen all the other covers, and they just look fantastic. And all the cosplayers that have been on it have been just absolutely so thrilled and so grateful and excited. And I think that really shows that, you know, all we want as cosplayers is to be accepted by the creators, you know, and feel like we are part of something bigger. And so I'm very grateful for Marvel giving cosplayers that opportunity.
And I know that for a lot of creators that I've been around with them at the booth, and if they see a cosplayer of their character, they get so excited. Someone sent Brian Michael Bendis a family that was Luke Cage, Jewel, and Riri.
I saw them. They came by. I saw them. I took a picture with them. Unbelievable.
Yeah, and he was freaking out about it. And I think that is such a nice way to sort of, you guys love the community so much. The community loves you back. I think it's a nice way to share that.
Fantastic.
But speaking of Scarlet Witch, I know you've made several Scarlet Witches. You've had, is this your third now?
This is my second.
It's your
my
second.
I did the classic one. Actually, it was the statue that Mark Brooks designed for Sideshow Collectibles years ago, and I totally have that statue, you know, the premium format, and that's the costume I made. So classic comic book version.
Do you like having a statue or something to kind of get a feel for? Because it's kind of like a fabric statue, a lot of the costumes that you make, right? To have something as a reference.
I think there's no better reference than having a figure of the character. And in fact, I end up collecting figures of all the characters I've cosplayed. So because I've cosplayed over 300 characters, my collection is like kind of exploding in my house. But honestly, that's what I love so much, is because you develop this this connection with a character through cosplaying them. You become like a lifelong fan. So you start collecting, all of these different things and T-shirts and figures and whatever of that character.
Oh, totally. And now, of your Marvel characters that you've cosplayed, because there have been many, you've cosplayed many with us. Who have been your favorite? I feel like I ask this every time, but it's always very interesting.
Well, Psylocke has a special place in my heart because she was
a great Psylocke.
Thank you. She was my very first Western comic book costume.
Right.
And I made the first one in 2006, and it was like a different feeling of being a badass. I don't know how else to describe it. There was something different about it. With the psychic powers and all of these. I mean, it was fantastic. But I do really like Scarlet Witch as a character. I really do love Wanda and her story and such. So, yeah.
Yeah, she's been through some stuff.
Oh my God, I know. No kidding. Yeah. And I love red costumes. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I have a lot of red costumes. Yeah, definitely. Fire.
I love it. So you guys are going to be doing the costume contest later. You are judging the costume contest.
Yes, 6 o'clock at the Marvel booth. I can't wait.
I think that we'll be showing a little excerpt of that tomorrow if we have some time in the live stream. But what is something that you look for in the costumes? Like, what are sort of your criterion?
I'm going to look for confidence, attitude, and of course the execution of the costume. So it doesn't mean that the flashiest, biggest costume wins, but it's about what it is that the cosplayer was trying to translate. So it's like, was it executed clean, precise, finished, and so those, I'm going to be looking for a lot of detail work, but they definitely need to bring it on stage. I want to see some in character, action.
I love that. I always think that's such an interesting thing, and it does make the character, because there's nothing better than seeing somebody coming out, doing all the poses, and kind of really embodying that, because that's what you want to see. You want to see your hero, literally, there in real life. But where can fans find you online? I know you also sell cosplay products.
Yes, I am easy to find. YayaHan.com is my site, and then I post daily on Facebook, Yaya Cosplay, and Instagram, Twitter. Tweet at me, Yaya Han. And I'm gonna be here, hopefully next year again, supporting Marvel. And
are you doing signings here this year?
Yeah. I'm at actually in my cosplay fabrics line. I'm at the booth 844 this weekend.
Well, there you go. If you're coming by tomorrow, go by and see Yaya. Thank you so much for joining us right here on Marvel Live. Next up, we are going to have the cast of Man in the High Castle.